Good evening. Welcome back. Hope everyone enjoyed their week off. At least we took a week off. Other people might not have had the full week, but you get my drift. Hope it was a lovely holiday week.
For the US citizens.
Yes, if you want to be nitpicky about it, yes. All the rest of you that aren't in the United States, I hope you had a normal run-of-the-mill week. And probably were wondering why we weren't here. But we're here. So, we're going to continue the Darkening of Mirkwood tonight, as we tend to do ceremoniously every Tuesday. So, let's get into a bit of a recap, because it's been a hot minute, and people may have forgotten stuff. And by people, I mean the players, and me as well. So,
I was gonna say, and maybe DM?
maybe. I remember a lot of Radagast.
There was a lot of Radagast.
I enjoy Radagast,
Can't
though.
get enough Radagast. So, last time, we came into a very somber, emotional time, as Thea had just murdered a friend of hers while under the thrall of one of the Nazgul. Words were dispatched from the two wizards, Radagast the Brown and Saruman the White, calling for aid from all across the region. Those that did respond either received their orders or made their way to Ruskabel. Two of such individuals were Nayla and Mathan, heroes of old at this point. But they have returned at behest of the wizards in a hope to restore some semblance of hope to the region. Alongside a newly acquired Bjorning friend, Hathas, and then eventually another Dunedain known as Arakrin, the Fellowship conversed with the very odd and earthy wizard of Radagast to get an idea of what to do next, what the course of action would be. And after punching my microphone, after a bit, Radagast basically came to the realization that whatever had happened to the Rivermaiden that essentially brought doom to the Black Tarn is most likely where they should start. Because the question that remained was Duskwater, the Rivermaiden, acting in her own free will? And if she was, that was something that needed dealt with. If she wasn't, that was a bigger concern. As something, if a Nazgul was able to enthrall both Thea and perhaps a Rivermaiden, Mirkwood could be in some serious trouble. He had one thin lead based on first-hand accounts of the Rivermaiden at the Black Tarn, and Radagast came to the conclusion, a very leap of faith conclusion, that if this was the act of shadow, then this very well may have been the work of one of the great spiders of Mirkwood. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice moment right there.
What?
Nothing. Gotta be looking on the cameras to catch everything.
I looked down for 1 second.
Well, that'll teach you. He spun them a brief tale of ancient history of a very old, dark being that was allied themselves with the shadow once upon a time. And that individual was known by Ungoliot, known as Ungoliot.
That's a hard word to say.
I still like Kevin's bop bop from last time.
Who also had her own descendants, and her descendants had descendants, and so on and so forth. And 3 of these descendants lurked the woods of Mirkwood. One of which had the ability to spin dark webs that were enchanted with magic. And that one of these spells, if those threads were used to create the garments or even the armor that Duskwater was wearing at the time, then that could very well be the cause of what had happened. With the Fellowship trying to figure out how to track down this one spider in particular, named as Tarkin, Radagast pulled back the curtain a bit that there is, on occasion, a gathering of all the spiders of Mirkwood, known as the Parliament of Spiders, that is deep within the heart of Mirkwood.
Do they have a house of? Do they have a House of Lords too? A Prime Minister spider?
You'll have to attend to find out. You guys walk in, and it's just one spider at the very end of it, very large. He's wearing a powdered wig, and he's got a gavel. I will have order!
Little spider parties, maybe the Tories. I don't know all the UK parties.
That would be the only...
Would the Honorable Arachnid from Southern Mirkwood sit down, please? We are discussing Heart of Mirkwood topics. Thank you, sir.
That would be the only time I'd be happy to watch spiders.
So.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna say that's Spider-Man erasure.
So after this realization, and after a brief trek over to Mountain Hall to find a suitable gem, potentially as offering, the Fellowship, along with Radagast, set out, looking for the Parliament of Spiders. As Radagast did not know exactly where it was, because his spies don't get in far enough. He just knows the rough region. So they set out, crossing through the dark, almost stiffness of the air of the Heart of Mirkwood. Dead leaves and twigs scatter the ground, crunching as you walk. And after a while, you came across a sound, a clicking, like a... And everyone took a moment, hid. Hothus again pressed on with Nayla shortly behind to try and see what this was. And as he gets closer, the clicking never seemed to get any closer. In fact, after a while, it seemed to move away. And he came to a clearing and found a gaunt humanoid, wearing practically nothing short of a thin cloth cloak that seems to be browned and dirtied, and a basic loincloth, thick beard and stringy hair. Where he turns and looks at you, and you see the eyes are almost like a yellowish green where the whites would be, and the deep circles underneath. And as he turns, you can see the beard has streaks of white through it, and as well as the top of the hair. And initially, you think this probably just aged salt and pepper, but you can see little black specks beginning to move about in this white, and there's actually spider webs that have been nested inside his beard and hair. But that is where we're going to begin tonight, as Hothus, you have just waltzed into this clearing. Let's get a soundscape going here.
Oh, it's not this?
No.
I wish.
I have one called Spider Valley.
I got turned up so they can hear the flies buzzing.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Can I, as I
was narrating, but okay.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, what do you want to do?
I just wanted to confirm that
You're
I'm
head.
still hiding. Okay, never mind, go ahead.
I am the narrator.
What? Whatever, go ahead.
I'm
Anyone
wound
else
up.
hear that hiss?
Yeah.
Anyone else hear that hiss? That's a spider.
Great.
Yeah.
Anyone hear this? That's Mr. Block.
You
Ready
don't
to
have
meet Mr.
enough
Spider.
bullets.
Lord of the Rings would have been a lot longer if the hobbits had guns.
So you make your way into this clearing, and you come 5-10 feet from this individual who has a spear He's wielding it in both hands, and he just sort of stands there without in front, and it's slightly pointed in your direction, but he doesn't really move. He locks eyes with you, but he doesn't make a sound, he doesn't talk, nothing.
Well, I mean, this is a little awkward. Hathis mumbles to himself, and then he'll speak up and he'll say, Sentry, I have come to pay tribute to your masters, the lords of this part of the forest, and I seek counsel with them.
Give me a persuasion check.
You have +1
Oh boy.
What does he have +1 from?
because of our journey being so awesome
Have
last
we-
time. It
Good
says so in my
recollection.
Yep.
notes.
There you go.
We have +1 to all skill checks and +1 to our
That
arrival roll.
means I get a +0 to my roll.
Well, at least it's not minus anything.
That's
And
a
we
5.
still have
Oops.
the 4d4 fellowship dice too.
I
You do have
don't.
the D4.
I don't think that extra dice is gonna help here.
I'm just saying that's just as a
Yeah.
reminder from last time.
He takes a step back with his right foot, planting himself a little bit, and holds out the spear, and he cocks his head, and you see a spider, like a little spider maybe about that big around, move from in his beard and go up in inside of his mouth.
From
And-
where? Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted, from where I am hiding, I'd like to have an arrow knocked and ready and trained on this person and basically hold until he gets aggressive toward Hothus.
Okay, so you're holding an action in the event he becomes aggressive towards Hothus.
Basically.
I also would like to hold an action.
Okay.
I'm going to hold the dodge action if something attacks me.
Okay, that's fair. Nathan and Radagast are still behind a ways, just sort of waiting for word.
Haru is with them too.
Yes, Haru's remained with them. It's just the two of you up there.
I'll just pet Haru.
Sounds right.
After about like 2 beats of still silence, of now like that tension in the air, like Hothus, you're like you clearly said something that he didn't like because his body language changed. Nayla's holding her bowstring back, and her arm after a while is starting to not waver, but it's starting to wonder if, all right, I can't be here much longer.
Yeah.
And it's just still. And he turns around and starts running.
Oh boy.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Come back.
Running.
Hathis is just gonna shrug.
Okay. Nayla?
He's not gonna chase me. He's gonna let him run.
Nayla's first reaction, I guess, will just be immediately to like stand from whatever bush she is hiding behind and go, "You're just letting him go? What if he warns others?"
I mean, we're not trying to be sneaky. We're coming here to see some spiders. At some point, they're gonna know we're here.
Yes, but he doesn't need to give the misunderstanding that we're here to attack or anything first.
Did
I don't know.
Did I give that? Oh gosh. Did I
No.
did I do something wrong?
No, never mind.
Did I
Okay.
threaten them? I'm very bad with words. Did I say something out of turn?
And don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm just, I don't know, paranoid. Spiders.
He's disappeared long from your sight now.
Well, go get the others, and we'll just keep walking. We turn back to the others.
Okay.
There was a strange man with spiders all over him. I said we were here to see his master, and we had tribute, and then he ran into the woods.
What size was he as a humanoid? Like human,
Medium.
dwarven?
Human.
Okay.
Medium human. I apologize. I'm moving too fast for my brain to think here. Where is it? I can at least show you this to get an idea. Nayla, or the both of you, you saw bare chest, basically tattoos across the chest and the arms, very runic in nature, very ceremonial, traditional. Both of you can give me traditions checks.
I'm proficient. That's a 12.
12.
+1.
13.
13.
Thank you.
Nayla? 7.
8.
Okay. Neither of you recognize the markings.
You said runic like tattoos?
Runic, traditional, ceremonial, like they're mirrored almost.
Okay. On his chest.
Chest, arms.
And they weren't depicting anything specific?
No, they just look like markings.
Right.
They weren't
okay.
like a picture of like
Right, yeah,
or anything
yeah.
like
Nope.
that.
I missed that. Okay.
But yeah, no, he looked human
Okay.
in size.
I'll describe. We're back with the others right now, right?
Yes.
I'll describe the tattoos and what they looked like to Radagast. See if he might know of anything.
Strokes his beard a bit. I believe, if memory serves me well, that is one of the Wildmen of Mirkwood. Oh, descendants of the Northmen of old.
A Wildman.
Old.
Yes. They retreated into Mirkwood centuries ago and, well, lost their way.
Well, I found one now. So they're not lost anymore.
Not what I meant, but yes.
We should probably just keep walking. I mean, we gotta get to Spider Parliament.
Could he be affiliated with the spiders at all? Do you think?
I saw spiders crawling on his face, so.
Yeah, that was very unsettling.
It is possible the men have made strange alliances in the past, though the dealings of the spiders this deep into Mirkwood are alien to me. I used to know much of this forest.
Well,
if you deem it safe to progress, then I believe we shall.
I deem that we have no choice.
I agree.
And he moves forward and using his staff to help him through. There is always a choice.
There is, but
Let us press on.
we've barely gotten into the forest. We must keep going.
I'll
Nearly
continue.
into the forest. We're like 40 miles in.
We haven't even seen a spider yet.
That's either very good or very bad.
I'll continue to cover up our tracks to make sure we can't be tracked.
Right. Okay.
And I'll just stand here with a sword. Walk here with a sword.
All right. Guide, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Oh no, that's me.
Yep.
Wow, she didn't break the sound barrier.
No, I'm Nayla now. She talks a little lower. I try to remember. Oh, I'm not in known lands anymore. I don't think my
Nope,
survival
you do not
is.
know the Heart of Mirkwood.
Oh, I'm not tracking anything specific either, I think. Otherwise. Okay. Just checking on. 13.
Right. Okay. You guys are not rolling well so far.
No, not really.
GG's.
Yeah.
When combat hits, we're all gonna die.
Oh God, I hope not.
It's great.
Hoppus, did you roll that persuasion from the right character sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can roll. Watch this. You want to see something cool?
No, not really.
Wow, natural 20, Nathan. Look at that.
Yay!
Congratulations, you burned a natural 20 for him this year.
Was that one of
Never
my
see
natural
that.
20s or one of Nathan's natural 20s?
If it's one of mine, fuck you. And if it's one of yours, haha, fuck you.
Nayla, you press onward, leading the group behind you. And the air continues to get thick to the point where you almost have trouble breathing. Something that you yourself, Nayla, would have a familiar feeling of from usually being high up in the mountains that you're somewhat used to, but this is a familiar feeling, and your altitude has not changed at all. But you guys press on for a few more hours. I need wisdom saving throws.
Uh-oh.
From everybody.
Everybody.
Matt, I swear to everything holy.
Hey, 19.
19.
Blah, blah, blah.
6
Oh
and
my
6.
God.
I gotta go.
I blame Matt.
Yeah,
I blame Matt. Fuck Matt. Could use that nat 20 right there.
You guys continue on inward, and a loose fog fills just probably about not even a foot off the ground. The air is still, and there isn't a sound to be heard short of your own footfalls. There isn't the sound of any animals or anything. It is just a very dark and depressing area of the wood right now. Mathan and Nayla, you both take a shadow point.
Yay.
Oh dear.
What is oh dear?
Getting close to that wisdom score.
We might hit it tonight, kids.
Oh
This is where the fun begins.
Crap, isn't it 3? Like, if I go nuts, that's it?
no.
No,
No,
four.
4, okay.
I thought
So,
it was
like-
six.
Four permanent,
No,
you
full
basically become a
permanent.
servant.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we said 3 or 4, and I was like, oh, I am in fucking danger.
I could have sworn it was 6.
Oh, you're wrong.
Nah.
You're wrong. Wish it was 6, that'd be awesome.
You continue onwards. Who's the lookout? Or yeah,
I
lookout.
think
that was half this.
that's
or...
half this.
Go ahead
No idea.
and
Oh, I might have written it down.
give me a perception check.
Either way, it's half this now.
I did not write
Yeah.
it down.
8.
9.
10.
This is bad.
Yeah, you guys continue on. At this point, you've been in this part of the forest for roughly about a day. You stop and keep short camps, brief rests, This isn't an area of the forest you wish to linger in. On occasion, you think you hear rustling or clamoring as quick movements are either heard from behind you. You turn and there's nothing there, but you press on nonetheless.
No way to go but forward.
Yes, and at one point the next day, it begins to look all the same. Nayla, it's very difficult for you to figure out where you've been, where you've come from, which way is even north, and it is all getting extremely confusing to try and traverse these grounds. I need wisdom saves again from everybody.
I decline.
13!
Wasn't a request.
Okay.
Oh, right. Saves, not skill check. I don't know if that counts as a skill check.
It's not a skill.
Wow.
It's not a skill check. It's a saving throw. So 13, 15, and 13. Nayla and Hathis, you both take a shadow point.
Whee.
Woo, not me.
Woo!
There's no way I'm gonna get up to my wisdom skull.
Depends.
That'd be a lot of shadow points.
Yeah,
I'm
it
a fresh
would.
character.
Moving forward, Nayla does a 15 hit.
No.
You say that like, no, it doesn't. Why would you fucking ask me that? No.
It doesn't.
Simple question. Jeez. Mathan does a 7 hit. No, sorry.
No, sir.
18. Read that wrong.
So, nope, 7. Too late. Nope, too late.
Nope. You
Yeah,
fuck with
it's
me one
18
more
hit.
time, you're gonna not like it. 18
Tree
hits.
gave me. Yeah, it is. Meets it, beats it.
6 piercing damage.
Owie.
Hathis does a 16 hit.
Yep.
7 piercing damage. As the three of you continue onward in a very small section of the clearing of the forest, what might have been a path at one point, 3 spears come out from the woods. Nayla, one lands short, but the other 2 find their marks on Hathis and Mathan.
My leg.
I thought we had such a good conversation earlier.
Ah, damn it.
I need initiative rolls.
Where do you want us, DM?
Whatever your marching order would have been, Nayla was probably out front.
Okay, I probably would have been like behind or some shit.
Oh, I forgot my bird big.
No, he's not.
Oh, cool.
Caw, motherfucker.
I have found. Hey, Nayla, I found this ring. Imagine if Grahir took the ring of power.
That would be fun. Are all of these plus? Isn't initiative technically a skill check, or is that different?
I think it is technically,
Okay, I was just curious.
because it's a dex check, basically.
So I guess that means I'm
Right.
technically 9. Yay!
Change mine to 20.
Yeah. Okay. That means, what's your dex, Nayla?
4.
Okay, you would go first.
That's me.
The top of the round, Nayla, as the three of you waltz out into this, and the 3 spears come flying in, finding 2 of their marks. You quickly get a look at the land, and you see one of those wildmen a couple feet off.
Awesome. I will. I'll go over quickly my combat stuff really quick. Okay, are these labeled as servants of the enemy or shadow enemies? Or are they just men?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yes, they're servants.
Okay.
They're dicks.
Well, first thing that Nayla is going to do is kind of back away. She'll duck back 15 feet here. And as she does that, she's knocking some arrows from her quiver, and she's going to fire at this one up here that's in plain sight.
Okay.
And I was just a first round of attacks, and every combat has advantage. Cool. So I have advantage to this first round.
Yes.
Trying to keep track of all this stuff. Arrows. There they are. Oh my.
30 will hit.
That's one. And then
18 will also hit.
okie dokies. And once per turn. Oh, why not? I'll have oh, how much? Oh, just once per turn. I'll have the second attack have my new feature of Bane,
Okay.
which will be when you hit a servant of the enemy with an attack, I can deal extra 1d8 radiant damage.
All right, go ahead and roll a d8.
I now should have made this like a little
4 extra
Thing.
damage. So 13 total on that second attack.
Yeah, and I think it's not orc kind. Okay, that's it for me. And then
All right,
use.
so
Yep.
you said it was it. Now what are you doing?
No, I was just gonna narratively say like she's getting ready to tell Haru what to do, since he'll technically be somewhat after her.
So you fall back a bit and you quickly notch 2 arrows and let him fly. The first one sort of lands dead center into his chest, and he doubles back and he goes to grip it to pull it out. And, but as he does that, the second arrow comes in and gets him right into the throat, and he falls to the ground dead.
Cool.
And Jojo, that brings us to the Wildman Warriors. One of which is going to pull out a bow and make an attack at Hothus with a 13.
That misses.
Goes into the trees, you hear it clatter behind
Hey.
you.
That's not nice.
Other one is going to run up to Nayla with a spear and make an attack with an 18.
That does hit.
5 piercing.
Cool. Then I will. I have a reaction thingy. What is this?
Reaction thingy.
Sorry, revenge. Use reaction to make a single attack when a servant of the enemy successfully attacks me. Can I do that?
Sure, what's the attack?
Can I just whack him with my bow? With the great heart?
You have the heart antlers on it.
Yep. So I'm just
So you
gonna.
can use your bow as a melee attack and still.
Yeah.
Be-
So I'm gonna. Yep. So I'm gonna grit my teeth and just do like a baseball swing with it almost. Darn it.
14 will hit.
Oh, fine. 6.
They're wearing like nothing. They're not. They have no armor.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you see him come running up at the last second, and he thrusts forward with the spear, and you just lean back, and it catches the side of your face, just getting in a little nick. But you're able to retaliate quick enough, and you swing upward right into the chest, and the antlers, 3 of them, get about 2 inches of penetration right into the abdomen before you pull it back out.
Ooh.
He doubles
Ouch.
back, gripping his midsection. That will end their go. Hothus.
Hothus is just gonna grab his axe with both hands and just give a yell. "Ooh!" as he's just gonna charge just straight at the nearest enemy. He kind of lowers himself into a stout stance and just charges and wheels the axe back. And they're medium-sized, right?
Yeah, they're regular human
Okay.
size.
So I will have advantage. So if you feel like we should change this, maybe I should have talked to you before the session and it actually came into play.
Oh no.
But
What are you about to spring on me?
this is the ability as written. If I wrote it down correctly, let me just get my book out. Because honestly, I was really excited about it, but it does seem OP. It's the style focus for great weapon fighting, which says you have advantage while wielding a weapon with the two-handed or versatile traits if you are fighting against a creature your size or smaller.
Okay.
So the way that's worded, I'm gonna just have advantage on my attacks because I'm wielding a two-handed weapon and they're my size or smaller.
Which focus was this?
It's on page 95. Great weapon fighting.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. 95. Ah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You have advantage while wielding a weapon with the two-handed or versatile traits. Yeah. Yeah, you have advantage.
We'll roll with that for now. If you want to change it in the future, I'm open to options. we'll see how it goes.
Not everything's always going to be of those sizes.
Yeah. So like
That's
spiders
just
that are bigger than me,
I was gonna say.
I won't have advantage, but it's okay. Here I do.
Yep.
So my first attack with claw is a 26.
Ooh, nice.
26 will hit.
And that is 14 points of radiant damage.
Radiant damage. I don't know why warriors get radiant damage.
Force of will.
Yeah, honestly,
Uh-huh.
I remember when making
I do
Anelia.
radiant damage.
Yeah, so does Anelia.
It's
I know, it's
specifically-
annoying as all shit.
Yeah, it's specifically for the purpose of bypassing magic resistance.
But in my opinion, when I was creating Anelia's character and I was picking between the features that you could for that archetype, nothing else sounded good other than being like, yeah, radiant damage. Otherwise, I would have most likely picked something else.
Is this dude still standing?
No, you just run up and unless you had a particular way you were gonna do this, you just run up and with both hands just cleave the head from the shoulders.
A little far away.
Throw the axe.
So I have 20 feet of movement left.
Mm-hmm.
If I go here, that puts me 10 feet away.
Yes.
Can I throw the axe?
You can. It might not have desired results. He is behind partial cover.
I'm not
all
gonna
the
do
trees.
it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna run
Okay.
up there because my dexterity is 1.
Okay.
My luck, I'm gonna
you're
throw it. I'm gonna lose my axe and lose all of my abilities.
You roll a natural 1. You still throw it. He catches it.
Oh god.
And somehow he is incredibly strong. Mathan, you're up.
I'm just kind of reeling from that one. I'm gonna move by my boy Haru. Do I have a clear shot at that boy up there?
It's not a clear shot, but you do see him. He has partial cover.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll take shots anyway.
All right, go ahead and roll your attacks.
Let's pull out my Glock. No, I'm kidding. Hey!
Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah, even with the cover, natural 20 and the 19 will both hit.
Fuck that guy.
I don't even know him, man.
Oh, guys, we're at
I know it's kind.
We're at 138 crits for our count. Do you think we'll get to 150?
Ooh.
What's up?
I mean, statistically, yes, we will, but when? I don't know.
Like, before the, I guess, end of this campaign or whatever.
I don't know. You run up and you let fly 2 arrows. Hothus, 2 arrows go zinging right past your right shoulder. Actually, no. From your height, they probably went right under your arm. Because he just sort of like threads the needle, goes through, and it finds its way, both impacting the Wildman. But he is still standing.
Jerk.
That's right, I forgot you're so tall. How tall can Bjornings get?
I think
It's vague.
yeah, it's vague. I think I'm at the upper limit.
Gotcha.
Because I mean, I'm 8'5". Like that's ridiculously tall.
Holy crap.
But in my defense, there are people that are that tall in real life.
That's, yeah.
Anything
On
else?
that note, no. Excuse me, that's my turn.
Haru.
Haru is going to listen to the whistle that Nayla's gonna make, and he's just gonna make a beeline toward this guy with his flying speed, and he's gonna attack with his claws.
Alright, he spears himself through the trees and he reaches out with his talons. Go ahead and roll the attack.
Yeah. Where'd they go? Do the thing.
An 11 will miss.
Dang it, bird! That's his turn.
That'll bring us to the top of the round with Nayla.
Oh!
Succeed where your bird failed.
Kill
him now.
I like to think that the minute Haru missed, this is the exact expression. He's like, fuck.
He would have...
I knew it was a calculated risk, but man, am I bad at math.
He would have some cover too from me because of the trees
From
and
your-
whatnot.
Yeah, from your perspective, he'll have a little bit more than half.
I am going to... I'm gonna mosey around to here, 30 feet, and I'm actually going to hold my attack. Can I hold my attack for, like, after Haru's turn? Like, if the guy is still up? Like, after Haru attacks his next attack? Is that a thing I can
What's
do?
the trigger? What's the trigger? Haru attacking?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, because you can't just rearrange yourself in initiative order.
No, I just want to
I mean-
hold...
To be fair, your turn is immediately after his.
Oh.
So it would happen regardless. So you might as well just attack.
Well, no,
or
I
do
wanted...
something else. I mean, the benefit doing this way is you would technically attack 3 times on your next turn. Because you use a reaction, and if he's still up, your turn comes, and then you have 2 attacks. Right? You have 2 attacks?
I guess, yeah. All right.
It's up to you. I'm just telling you that your turn is immediately after his.
No, I just trust everybody who is fighting
Okay.
him, but no, Nayla, yeah, she won't attack. She'll still be on her guard, but she's going to she'll do like that walk around and kind of keep an eye out and just let the friends finish. And can she just spend her turn doing like a perception check or something to see if anything else or anyone else might be coming?
Sure, give me a perception check.
Okay, sorry, that was a lot of jumbled stoofs. 22, 23!
23, you run out into the middle of the clearing near to the one you felled early on, and you see Haru harrying the one Wildman and Hothus moving towards his direction. And you just take a quick status of the area. You don't see anything coming at you or lying in wait as like reinforcements or anything like that.
Okay.
That your
All
turn?
right. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
All right, that'll bring us to the Wildman, who's going to swap his bow for his spear and make an attack at Haru, because it's the one thing harrying right in his face. Yeah. an 11.
For Haru?
Yes.
No, thank God.
One of these days.
As he gains a few feet away, as the spear thrusts outward and just barely misses Haru. But he's going to use his bonus action to use his Mirkwood Dweller ability and just sort of move into a position that is most defensible and give himself half cover in any situation right now.
Oh.
Ooh,
Well, that's
a
nifty.
nifty ability.
Yeah.
I feel like you skipped Hathis.
I don't know what just happened there.
That's okay.
Hathis.
Unfortunately, friend, half cover doesn't protect you from the bull.
Alright, you
The
can charge it up.
boulder.
Attack number 1. 20.
I just had it up. What the hell is it?
I mean, 20 hits
Yeah, that hits.
for 16 radiant. Still up?
As you bring the axe down sort of right into the clavicle and it just buries itself and he just falls to the ground under the sheer weight of the attack and you pull it out and kick him to the ground. He's dead.
I look to Haru and I say, "You are brave, bird. You are brave, Haru. It is an honor to fight by your side."
Aw. He'll land on your shoulders.
Hey, that's my boy.
Man, all the fighters are loving the bird.
Me and him have history, man.
Don't you take him away from me! Don't you take him away from me!
I'm coming for you,
Don't take-
bird.
Jerk.
The real story of this arc is the love triangle with Haru.
You can have him.
You would throw away your relationship so callously.
No, when we say a love triangle, I'm a little worried.
Platon.
That-
Manner of speaking. It's manner of speaking.
That is a one shot I want no part of.
Jeez. Anyways.
The three of you, in a dark section of the woods where the sun cannot penetrate the canopy. Three of these wildmen, as you look them over, all having similar markings, not exactly like identical, but you can see some resemblance or at least some inspiration of these tattooed markings across them, all of which most of their clothes, what little clothes they wear, are not decorated isn't literally what I mean, but is sort of dotted with spider webs and dirt and earth, and they all sort of have parts of their face wrapped in web, but they all three lie dead at your feet.
Are there any spiders on them?
Little ones, yeah.
Hathis is just gonna put his hand down, see if any of them crawl onto his hand.
An animal handling check.
I don't get advantage on this.
But you have a plus 1.
19!
Like two like really tiny ones crawl up onto your hand.
And Hathis will pull the hand back up to his face and he'll just say to them, "I'm sorry about your friends. They, however, attacked us. What we did was in self-defense. But you can ride with me for now." And he will open his cloak and let him hide in there.
Since I moved to the one that I shot at, I'd like to reach down and pull the 2 arrows out.
Okay.
That's
To
not mine.
repurpose.
2 arrows. Yep.
I'm adding 2 baby spiders to my inventory.
Give me 1 second. There's a cat wanting to get out.
Kitty.
Be free.
Is that Tech Cat?
I'm back.
Was it Tech Cat?
Yes.
Tech Cat no longer wanted to do her job.
No. When does she ever? Okay.
Well,
What was Radagast that entire time?
Do you look for him?
Yeah.
He's about 20 feet back, gripping his staff, sort of looking up and just sort of like muttering.
Radagast? I'll walk up right in front of. Oh.
Don't try to hit him like Vidar did. You weren't there for that.
No, I was about to wave in front of his face, but.
Yes. What is it?
So the Wildman just attacked us. You okay?
Yes, I saw.
So, any new insight on this?
Well, it's definitely alarming. They must have pledged some form of allegiance towards one of the elder spiders.
Great. So, should we expect trouble moving forward?
I thought we were clear about that when we departed Roscabel.
More trouble moving forward?
Possibly, if we can't very well find someone sensible to talk to. Which, by the way, do we know where we're going?
Well,
Hathis looks at Nayla.
I mean, I'm not super familiar with this area, but I'm doing my best based on landmarks and whatnot, but it's also... There's no sun to look at right now.
Right. Very well. So how should we proceed?
I found these
Carefully.
two, and he'll pull out the two spider friends. He says, "They can't talk to me, but maybe you can talk to them."
Oh my god, I'm talking to spiders.
He holds out one finger. Do you?
I let him have at least
Okay.
one of them.
I'm just gonna look and go, seriously?
Someone crawls over. I don't actually know their language. I can usually converse with most of the creatures of the wood. But the speech of spiders... not something I'm quite familiar with. Hello?
She screams at a spider.
I'm sorry, he's screaming at your friend.
Can you hear me?
Just be glad it's
Do
not
you understand? We're looking for the Parliament. Do you know where that is? He holds it up to his ear. It crawls
Nayla's-
off of his finger and in, like onto his ear. No, off, no. Pulls it back down. Listen, we're not having any of that. We're on a very important task. We are looking for probably your parents, honestly.
Your friend is a little mischievous, I must admit.
I thought I questioned my sanity well enough in the past, but this...
Yeah, take him back. He's not speaking.
I take it back. I put it back in my jacket.
I'm
What
gonna go
about-
sit. I'm gonna go sit under a tree and just wait for this fucking madness to end.
All right. What about the three woodmen you came across? Is it possible to track where they came from?
Yeah, we can take a look there.
Yes, let's do that. That sounds
So I will look around for footprints and tracks that the Wildman hopefully left.
survival check.
I'm gonna help her with that. Kind of
I'm
waiting
going
Goes
here.
over to a tree, sits down, goes,
Yep.
I'll wait for this to end. Sees Nayla walk off and goes, all right.
It's more so like finally something to do and not talk.
I mean-
I'm going
Fucking
to
spider.
look. I'm gonna
I
look
already-
for.
or he assists from sitting over in the tree. She walks off in one direction. He's like, no, a little to the right. Warmer.
You know what?
Warmer.
I like
Is
that.
there anything
I like
there?
that more. I like that
Anything
more.
there? No, keep going. Keep going.
You're good.
Man, I wish I could see over there.
So I already have advantage. Wait, let me double check that actually.
I'm just gonna check the nearby area for small insects, like really small insects.
You know what? If you have advantage, then fuck it. I'm staying underneath my tree. I'm just gonna wait till we go.
I do.
Okay.
Well, fuck me then. I'm waiting underneath my tree.
Hothus, give me a nature check.
Natural one.
Do I have a pipe in my inventory?
Oh man, so 16 because of the +1.
16. You search the area for probably a good 30 minutes, giving everyone a little bit of time to reprieve. And eventually you notice that there weren't really too many tracks. There were the tracks that they were in this immediate area, but like coming here, like from the opposite side, you don't see tracks leading up, and you begin brushing away certain areas, trying to find where they might have come from, and you get about 30 to 60 feet past from where the actual skirmish took place, and you're walking and you feel the crunch of the leaves and the twigs, and it gets to the point where you take 2 steps and that crunching stops. And you look around and you begin to notice the trees go from like a deep brown and green of their trunks to a shimmering white. And you look up and you see just large web sacks hanging from the trees. And then the floor itself is almost a layer of web. You feel like they came from this direction.
Nayla will do a light cuss under her breath, and you said I'm 60 feet from them, or from the skirmish?
Yeah.
I'm going to... Is it possible for me to do like a whistle that's I don't know, like a soft whistle so that like I'll forget it. I'll turn around and go back.
I'm trying
it's
to
way
listen.
too technical. No.
I wasn't saying no.
No, I was listening. So like I was thinking of the rest of my sentence in my head as I was speaking. I was like, this is way too complicated. I was gonna try to like whistle that's soft enough for like Haru to hear, and then Haru be like, "Oh, let's go," or whatever. But it's easier if I just turn around.
You make your way back, and you find Mathan where you left him under a tree, underneath the giving tree, really. Hothus is sort of perusing the ground, looking for critters. And you see Radagast leaning up into his staff. You see his mouth moving, muttering. But everyone's where you left him.
I'm just checking something really quick while tracking. Oh, but it's not in a known land. Okay. Hey, so
I can't find anything.
60 feet or a little ways that way, where they came from.
What are you saying? Are you talking to me?
All of you.
Oh, Hathis stands up. I'm sorry, what did you say?
A little ways that way. We're gonna start wanting to be quiet. It's where they came from, but things are gonna get more sticky and suspicious. It's all webbed over there.
Maybe we'll find more of your friends.
And their food, from what it looks like.
Well, to be fair, everything must eat.
You're muted, Kevin, I think. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw your lips move. What did you say, or want to say?
Oh, I was just being a smartass for a lot of it.
Oh.
Excellent.
So.
Well,
so should probably stay quiet for now as best as possible, and probably getting closer with the way things look over there.
I'm not exactly the quiet type.
Well, do your best, I guess.
Okay, listen up. We're gonna have to be very quiet, so you two don't tickle me.
All right, stealth checks then.
Oh, fuck.
I have advantage.
6.
I have nothing. Hey, 14, I'll take that.
Once I get to it. Ooh.
6, 15, and 27.
Do I need to do Haru too, or what is that? Just like a dex?
A dex. Yeah,
Okay.
Give me a dex check. Unless
21.
21.
22.
Unless he has an ability that gives him stuff with stealth, but I think all of his stuff is.
No, it's all perception. Yeah.
All right. All right. So at Nayla's advice and guidance, you all try to progress a little bit quieter. She leads you about 60 feet further, and you see a drastic change in landscape of webbed trees and ornaments hanging from the branches. It just sort of dot the landscape. The ground itself becomes a bit harder to traverse as the stickiness of the web seems to cling to your boots. It takes a moment off every now and again. You have to really pull your foot loose, but you progress as quietly as you can. Need wisdom saving throws.
Damn.
6.
Oh my god.
Athos and Nayla, you take a shadow point.
This is going so well.
3 shadow points. I have failed every single one.
I mean, yeah, you're in Shadowlands.
I know, it makes sense.
This
It's
is
just
a
like,
heavily blighted area.
oh man.
But you progress as softly and as quietly as you can. Meandering through the webbed trees that shimmer and shine with what little bit of light tends to break through every now and again, but it's not a lot. The threads jump between like a crystal white to almost like a greenish yellow, and then some that are as black as night. Sometimes they're strung together in great fabrics that sort of decorate the landscape, and other times it's just there. Through the deep gloom that hangs eternally from the tangled boughs in the Heart of Mirkwood, you see a glimmer of light in the distance. It takes you a moment, you're like, oh, you have this real sigh of relief initially until you realize that this is still not the sun. Nor a delicate silver radiance of the moon, but an unnatural, sickly, shimmering glow. As you get closer, you see a great clearing in the forest, entirely filled with the largest expanse of spider webs any of you have ever seen. As you take this landscape in, and as these webs intermingle, you squint your eyes, you blink a few times, it almost seems to take the shape of a large structure, almost like a castle of web. A city of spiders.
I hate this.
Radagast stops briefly in his tracks and gestures to you all. We must be silent. We tread very carefully from here. We are unwelcome guests.
I thought that's what the tribute was for.
They might not like it. Now, let us go. You guys progress, moving towards this structure. You look around. It is lifeless. You don't see anything for as far as you can see. You don't see any movement, no sounds, nothing. It is just an eerie stillness in both sound and vision. As you probably get about halfway there, Radagast stops again. And before he makes a sound as he turns to gesture to you all, you see from the trees and the windows of the spider castle, black and green and yellowish figures begin to scramble and scurry in a great rush. First you count 10, 20, 100, 200. Oh shit.
Look alive.
As hundreds of spiders suddenly spill out from the trees and move and surround you. As the first wave of them become running, and a couple of them leap forward with their two fronts and come down. Radagast gains control of himself and slams his staff to the ground. And all the spiders surrounding, as almost like a sonic boom, you hear a reverberation, and a white light, a faint one, shimmers out from the center of him, and all the spiders halt, almost frozen. But you see, if they had facial expressions, like the sheer anger and malice as they clatter and chitter in your direction.
I think we found your friends, but they don't seem too happy to see us.
He holds his staff into position. Talk to them. I have to concentrate.
Great. We're go ahead.
I mean, you can go ahead. Like I've told you before, I'm bad at words, but I'm more than willing to talk.
You know what? I think we're both bad at words. You know what? Fuck it.
Buddy, for the love of God, talk to them!
We're here for the Parliament of Spiders. We seek help against corruption.
We brought tribute.
Yes. We're looking specifically for... What's her name? Talkin'? I'm gonna then
Scurry.
slowly...
Tonkin trucks.
And after that, I'll slowly pull out the amethyst that we got from Mountain Hall.
Who here has permanent shadow points?
Half this is none. Half this is
I'm not
none.
looking at cameras. If you're raising your hand, I can't hear
Oh,
that.
both Kevin and I raised our hands.
Sorry.
Too many things going on here.
For one time, you're not looking at my camera.
One time, I'm almost never doing it.
Oh, okay. I'll just fuck off then.
Does it matter how many permanent shadow
No,
points?
I just need to know who
Okay.
has them.
No, that would be
The two of you.
Nathan and I.
Seriously,
Okay,
I'm
as-
scared.
as-
I'm scared now.
As
Yeah.
Nayla and Hothus are stumbling over one another of trying to figure out who should be speaking to the spiders. The two of you, on occasion, you hear clatter, click, click, click. Eat them! Clatter, clatter, click, click. What are they doing? You are catching bits and pieces where you can suddenly understand them. You're not getting full sentences or consistent thoughts, but on occasion you pull random words that you just hear clear as day in the common speech.
Oh, that is so unsettling.
Juicy, the big one. After a while of, again, the sheer stumbling over one another, of trying to convey what you guys want and what you are looking for. There's hissing and shuffling, and you see about probably 2 or 3 spiders, sort of like in the mid of the pack, if you will, sort of look towards one another, and one runs off. Like, he scampers off all by himself and goes back into the castle. Nayla, you reach and pull out the amethyst, but you hold onto it for a moment. And after a while, that other spider returns, although there's a humanoid with him this time. A Wildman. You can see almost like an egg spider sac underneath one of his jowls that sort of just grows there like almost like a tumor. And he comes up as he's escorted through. The spiders sort of part and make their way through, and now there is a Wildman who wears nothing but a loincloth, and thousands of tiny spider hatchlings dwell in the beard. He holds a spear to his side and introduces himself. I am Man Talk Slave Meat.
Man talks slave meat.
Is that all one word?
What is your business? And
We
you hear coming from a bunch of the spiders, and at one point, the two of you, when you hear it translates in your brain to Man Talk Slave Meat. So his spider name is.
great. We're learning spider.
We seek the Parliament of Spiders, and we have brought tribute. We request an audience with the masters of this land.
We're looking for help with an armor piece that a Rivermaiden up in the Black Tarn may be wearing that's made from the silken thread that may have some magical effect on it. And we're looking for help with it.
The one spider next to him looks up, and you see the fangs in the mouth part and click together as they issue forth a series of hisses and clacks towards Man Talk Slave Meat. He translates for you all. The elders are willing to allow you to attend if the tribute you have brought is of a worthy kind. Preferably, and he sort of looks over to Ahathis. One of so much meat would be suitable.
I'm still using this meat.
We have this if it will suffice. And I'll take a few steps closer to him and hold out the amethyst. So it's like 5 feet away from him, maybe 3, and just let him take a closer look.
You hold it out to him, and he looks down at it in your hand, and the spider next to him slowly creeps up and gets like right inches away from your hand, and is just eyeing it as sort of like the black glass orbs of eyes just sort of shimmer and fixate on it.
The closer that spider gets, I will slowly, like instinctively pull it away almost.
Look at that art.
Oh my god.
Straight from the book. And you look over, you see Radagast still holding the staff and concentrating. Oh, I really hope they go for this. You present the gem, and you see as the spider in the front looks at it, and you cautiously pull it away, and it just sort of follows, and then it stops. It shuffles around on all of its legs and turns back to the group, and you hear it clack. And one word the two of you make out is, "Go!" And two spiders shuffle off. And there's just a series of low clacks and hissing as you stand there motionless. And the human, this may be suitable. They are going to get a comparison.
Great. Can we call you man for short?
Give me a persuasion check.
No! No!
I'll have to say a Jamaican like, hey man.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8. I was already doing the -1 when I forgot roll 20 somehow automatically does that.
If that is too long of a name for you, you can call me. For those at home wondering how that's spelled, it's KCH-THK.
Excuse me.
Paul gave me advantage. I totally forgot.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
For fun, let me just see what happens there.
Oh, natural 20.
You're gonna want that later.
Oh no! It was just
On second thought, man will suffice.
He just hears all of us just sitting over there going, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!"
Enough. Man's will suffice. After a while, one of the spiders comes. Almost like if you could imagine. I just realized that didn't loop. Somebody like excitedly running with something like carrying, go, oh my god, like yeah. This spider is scurrying, and in its two front legs, it is holding a small chest, and it comes scurrying over as the sea of spiders splits, and it comes all the way up, and it plops down a wooden chest, ornate chest, probably about this big. And the spider up front uses one of its front hairy legs and flips it open, and you see the lid flips open, and you see a small cache of gemstones. Most that you see appear small and not worth a whole lot, at least at first glance. But you do see resting on top are two stones that are the most astonishingly beautiful rubies you have ever laid eyes on.
Oh, those are some nice rocks you got there.
He steps off to the side and looks towards man.
I hear all your spider sounds get dropped.
Fuck!
Aww.
I saw you put a lot of work and effort in it, and I enjoyed it if I would have been able to hear it.
You know,
I
There
heard
we
that.
Kind of.
No, not really.
Just be closer to your mic,
why do I
guess.
try? What do I try? Why do I try? Fucking Discord. It clicks and clacks, because that's exciting.
Aw, no, go back to noises!
You don't hear it! What's the point?
I mean, Lindsay kind of does, to be fair.
It's not that loud. That's why it's being dropped. Because it's just the pierce. The high end of the frequency. Man looks over at you. He requests you place the gem in the chest if you are meaning to tribute.
We mean to tribute, but I don't want to drop this gem in first and then have our side of the bargain get moot.
He looks down to the spider, looks back to you, looks all around the hundreds of spiders that surround you. Put the gem in.
I think that's a good idea, Nayla. Just put it in there. They kind of have us outnumbered anyway. If they're gonna attack us, nothing's gonna stop them.
I'll glare a little and I'll toss it in.
The glare is noted.
She's super on edge.
As she probably should be.
She's already pissed off. Now spiders.
You place the gem atop in the black chest and recoil a bit, and the spider brings up its hairy leg and closes it, picks the chest up, and scurries off.
I'm
And
totally ripping this spider kingdom from my own homebrew world. It's too great.
He scurries up some web stairs and disappears into the castle. And the rest, you hear like a chorus of chittering and clacking from the sea of spiders around you. And the human, you will be permitted entry. And all the spiders sort of like all at once disperse and crawl back up the walls and the trees and disappear into the castle, with the remainder of the human and the one spider who would have been doing most of the talking. Radagast relaxes himself. Oh, that could have been bad.
We're not out of the woods yet.
No, we're in the heart of it.
The moment that left my mouth, I knew.
Good one, Radagast. I get it, because we're in the forest.
Stick with me, my boy. There's a ton of them. Let's go. You may follow us. And the spider and man turn and slowly progress into the castle.
What's it like being a spider?
It is great.
What do you do with the gems?
We suck the light from them.
Is that tasty?
It is divine.
Oh. Well, I hope you enjoy the one we brought. We worked hard on getting it for you.
As you follow your escorts, did you just give Radagast
He
some
did, yeah.
Alright.
Hey!
Once you're like inside and on the inside and like past the walls of web, every spider that had vanished from your sight is inside. Every single thing that you could think of. You find big and small spiders, thin and fat ones, colors that are black as night, some that are almost glowing in iridescent green or a sick pale, like almost like infected pus with legs. And they lead you down into almost what seems to be almost like a Greek or Roman theater tiered of webbed-esque seating, and there's just spiders clinging to the walls, the floor, the ceilings. And yes, there's no rooftop here. It is an open design. Really brings the room together. And there's just hundreds in here, and there's like just balconies where others are gathered to take part in the Parliament of Spiders. You are guided down to the very front row, and you're sat there. And you see sitting up on almost like a dais in front of you, a particularly knobbly fat spider who seems to be in charge as he clicks and clacks, and man walks up and sits down next to him. And by sits down, he literally just sort of squats down on the floor as this large, fat spider is addressing the crowd as there's clacking and hissing all over the place. You get the sense as he picks up one arm and just like beats it down on the ground a couple of times that he's calling for order. And you hear Radagast whispering as he's sort of like rocking back and forth. Let's see if this works. And in a moment, all of you are hearing clicking and clacking, and all of a sudden it just bursts in, Order! Order!
Oh, I thought you didn't know how to speak spider.
Sit down, fly gobblers and web spinners.
Just what I wanted.
Cease your chattering. The elders are coming. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Oh.
I heard your teeth clack when you were saying that, and it was a really cool effect.
We're getting somewhere, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Spiders.
Hail, adventurer! Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you've intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers. Hail, adventurer! Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Plate Mail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download
We're back. We having fun yet? Lots of spiders. Many spiders.
Too many fucking spiders.
Well, let's just dive right back in. So the three of you, along with Radagast, and in spirits, Arachid, have been escorted into the Castle of Spiders, or a City of Spiders. There are hundreds. At times, your brain goes to the point where there might be thousands here. All manner of which, from various sizes, colors, monstrosities. And you are brought into what appears to be a makeshift web-spun, like, auditorium kind of room. And you sit down in the front row, all of you. Your human translator takes his seat up front on the dais next to the fat spider who seems to be trying to call for order. And as the three of you sort of look over, and Radagast finishes a whispered incantation, and for the moment, the three of you can understand a little bit more of what is being said from the spiders. It's not perfect. You're not catching quite everything, but you're getting more than just clicking and clacking. But you look around and you see, sitting sort of above the fat spider that sits at top, above him are three gigantic, perfectly spun spider webs. It takes you a moment. It takes you a moment, and then in your mind, it sort of comes to a conclusion of, like, those are thrones.
Oh, goody. Can I go home now?
It's at that moment when you come to that conclusion, the fat spider speaks.
Order! Order! Sit down, fly gobblers and web spinners. Cease your chattering. The elders are coming.
And then, as if summoned by his words, you hear like a dragging sound, even on web. It's a little weird of a sound until like it gets almost on top of you, and you see a spiderly like thing dragging itself past your row and down the middle, and then struggling up the leftmost throne. As it climbs, and even dragging behind itself, its abdomen is just right up against the floor as it drags itself. There's about 4 other smaller in comparison spiders who are almost like helping a lady with her dress as they're like carrying it. They're like trying to push up the excess body that is just dragging across. They're trying to daintily escort it up to the throne of the far left web. And this is one of the largest spiders you have ever seen. It dwarfs all the other ones in the room, and its abdomen itself is just swollen and large. You hear Radagast whisper to the 3 of you,
That is Sarquin.
And as he says that, you hear throughout the chamber all the hissing spiders almost chanting, "Mother of all! Mother of all!"
In comparison to taller, how big is this?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask for a comparison in building size. Like, you had to equate it to a multi-story home.
In comparison to taller, since you ran into him, roughly about the same. Fatter for sure, but size-wise, it's about on par.
Great.
Athos is just going to, like, ask, should we cheer Mother of All too? We don't want to be rude.
No, just be quiet. It's fine.
Say, I do.
She makes her way up onto the web and crawls around and situates herself so that she is gazing out on everyone. She looks over, and then you feel her gaze lock on the four of you, counting Radagast.
Athos waves. Gives a slight bow.
You feel all 8 of the eyes fixate on you. You hear a chattering of her fangs together.
Who is this?
I am Hathis. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mother of All. Inclines his head again.
Radagast grips his staff. Oh, I should have told them what to do here. Oh boy.
What do we do?
This. Do you speak for everyone? Please. Introduce you all to me. This.
This is Nayla. I don't know. She has a lot of titles. I don't know them all.
Chieftain of Mountain Hall.
Don't you have, like, Slayer of Dragons, Killer of Trolls, Defiler of Angmar? I don't know. You've been a lot of places. You've done a lot of things.
Yes, but Chieftain of Mountain Hall is most important and is good enough.
I'm going to stop you all here before you say another word.
Well, tell us what to do!
We are seeking an audience. Somebody who is a bit more adept with words. Please introduce us and be our spokesperson.
I don't think
Really?
any
None
of
of
us.
you?
I think I might be our best shot, Radagast.
Yeah, she likes him.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, the other spiders complimented me on my meat, so.
Very well.
Okay, have the jokes for later,
Are you all in agreement?
Yes.
Very well.
Whatever gets us the fuck out of here faster.
No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna. I'll take 2 steps forward.
Oh, I was
This
gonna
is-
have
thi-
Hathis speak, but it's okay.
If you want to speak, then go ahead.
This is the game with a pop-up in the middle of a quest saying, "Hey, this is the audience phase. One character is going to speak for the group.
Did we
RP
need
will
to?
happen, but they will be the one making the checks.
Did we need to do an arrival check or anything?
Not in this case.
Okay.
DM, I'm gonna tap my sword, Theraneal, and I'm gonna be like, nice knowing you.
Nayla and I have the same charisma mod of -1.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
what about.
just saying.
Yeah, I don't know about Mathan.
I have a 1,
So
I think.
mechanically speaking, Mathan
Yeah.
is 2 points better than us. So mechanically,
in this situation, as a party, Who would you elect to speak on your behalf?
I mean, so as a player, I would
The
like
Chieftain, the Chieftain of Mountain Hall, the Dunedain who carries a sword called Erebane, or the Bjorning who makes friends with critters.
I vote Bjorny and makes friends with critters.
This is
Go
a
up.
legitimate question. This is a legitimate question. I'm not trying to force a
Yeah,
scroll
yeah.
onto anyone.
I feel like I'm just gonna piss them off. So Matt,
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Nayla,
yeah,
I mean,
I just
Nayla's-
genuinely feel like I'm going to piss them off.
Nayla's already super impatient, but she'll do her best to stay quiet right now, unless something happens.
Oh my luck, they already know, they know my other
so-
name, Spider Foe.
So mechanically, there's the person who's doing all this will be the one making particular checks. RP is not restricted to them.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm right now trying to mechanically figure out who is going to make the quote-unquote important checks.
yes.
So, so don't feel like you have to sit there quiet. You can speak up.
Right.
What?
All right, carry on.
I think it's funny that Hathis has proficiency in intimidation, but I can't see him intimidating anything.
I'm proficient with that too.
Oh
but...
my! Oh no! How'd we end up with the same skills? Hathis says, and that's Nayla, and this is Mathan, heir to the Dunedain, and this is Radagast. He likes mushrooms. And here, and I reach in my jacket and I pull out the 2 tiny spiders. And here are a couple of your children I saved in the woods. Do you want them back?
Let them free.
Okay. Hathis sets them on the ground and lets them run away.
Hathis, give me a traditions check, as this is the introduction.
Should I burn a D4 on that? Just. I
No,
don't know.
you're already at 25
Yeah.
with the +1, so
Okay, goodbye, baby spiders from my inventory.
Food should be wiggling in webs, not wielding sharp swords.
Well, as you look about, clattering and clamoring silently, the rest seem to settle down now that at least one of the elders is here. You do notice the other 2 webs remain empty, but only Sarquin is currently present. Go ahead and give me Shadow Lord checks, buddy.
all of us.
Yes, everybody.
15.
16
16.
because of +1s.
Yeah.
10.
17.
Let me just pull that up. Whee! Oh wait, no, that's the wrong crap. Hearing the name Sarquin and the spiders essentially chattering mother of all, you know that Sarquin is often regarded as the mother of all in amongst the spiders of Mirkwood. She might not have birthed all of the spiders here or in the wood, but probably damn near half of them. But she is one of the great descendants, one of the siblings. And now I've lost my place. Where am I? There I am. Huzzah.
So, Hathis, what brings you forth to my home?
Well, we, one of the Rivermaidens, back where we're from, has seemed to be acting strange. And they recently, we think they recently acquired a garment crafted from Twakin, I believe, is the name of one of the...
Unimportant. This matter is not to be discussed at this moment. Karthik!
She barks down to the fat spider on the ground who's presiding over all this.
What new business do we have for the Parliament? Yes, my lady. First, there's the discussion of... let me see. Karthik, do you not know what is going on? Yes, I do, my lady. It is just in the matter of discussing the matters at hand that we're still waiting for the other siblings to arrive.
Did she just ignore us?
It's okay. He's allowed to.
It is irrelevant if my siblings have not arrived yet. I am here, therefore we must begin. Very well, my lady. No, I believe one of them's coming now.
And as everybody is sort of like clamoring and chattering, another huge, almost blackish brown spider comes waltzing down, and those of you that have encountered him before, you recognize the right fang of this spider is missing, broken off. But you do recognize him as the spider that you met at the old mill fort. As he skitters up to the dais and begins making his way up his throne, under the rightmost, leaving the center empty. He positions himself and he looks towards Sarquin and Karthik.
Apologies for the delay. Tarquin.
And at that point, Radagast sneezes, and all of the spiders can no longer be understood, as he lost concentration.
Oh, Radagast, why?
Oh, well, this
And you
is
hear a
unfortunate.
series of other clicks coming from him. Nayla and Mathan, both of you give me perception checks.
Hmm? 15.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to remember no, I don't have advantage. I always forget if I have it or not. 25.
25. And this whole time, the manservant has been trying to translate, because he is unaware that Radagast casted a spell on you guys. So he has been translating back and forth to you. For the most part, you've been ignoring him because you've been able to pretty much catch everything. But you do notice at this point, when Taller begins speaking, he does not translate.
Ooh.
Hey.
Does not. And let me finish.
Okay.
As you hear the clicking from Taller, who is yet to be introduced, but you get the point, you catch one word that seems, or one phrase that seems to automatically translate into your ears as you hear it. And it's Dark Lord.
Hey.
Yeah, apologies. Give me one moment. Do you want to do that?
And all the clattering resides back into crude common speech. Sarquin speaks up.
Tarkin will not be attending then. That's fine. Let us spin her yarn.
Tolkien's not attending. That's who we're looking to speak with.
I'm sorry, did I speak to you?
Oh shit.
I apologize for my companion's rudeness, Mother.
Meh. Very well. Since you seem so eager, come, Arthas. Approach the dais.
Officer, approach.
You walk up to about two little steps up to the top. You're standing probably not even 5 feet from the real fat, knobbly spiders, medium in size, but you see 16 eyes of huge spiders gazing down at you, glassy black orbs that sort of just shimmer ever so slightly.
Oh, I can see my reflection in that one.
And Sarquin,
Now, what is it exactly?
and before she finishes, the other one interrupts.
One moment. Sarquin. I recognize these two.
Not three, because one of us.
As the fangs go to clack together, but the one is missing, so it just sort of moves in place.
Have you come to hunt me?
No.
Are you here? What brings you here then? I was going to ask that. I'm sorry. Good. Now, Harthas. What do you ask of the Parliament?
I ask that there is a garment made by Twarkin that needs to be removed, destroyed. We believe it is having a negative impact, and we would like to return it or remove it from the possession of the person who has it. And we were hoping to speak to Twarkin and the Parliament to come to some sort of better understanding of what we're exactly dealing with, given the great powers of you three.
I know not what my sister does. And even if we did, why would it be of any concern of what you want?
Because we brought tribute, and we probably could bring more.
This regards a Rivermaiden being potentially corrupted.
So what? The Rivermaidens and their meddling and their treacherous ways.
But
What concern if this is ours?
but you're hungry, right? And you like gems, right?
We do.
Well, if the if the woodsmen all have to go fight the Rivermaiden, or they all die, who's gonna mine gems that will eventually find their way to you?
A few out there still. The elves of these woods still mine. And foolish dwarves who do trade and migration from mountain to mountain.
Yeah, but elves
Gems do not stop with the woodmen.
and dwarves don't share, if you know them. They're all
Are you promising to share?
they're all high and proper. Well, luckily enough, we have Nayla here who owns the mine.
Oh, Oh. You hear that, Tora? She owns a mine. And what sort of gems do you have?
What was the one we grabbed? I believe it was what was it, Nayla?
Was an amethyst.
Yes. The specific one we found from her mine was the amethyst.
Yes, I did check in with our treasurer before meeting here. I did see your offering. I'm sure it will be delicious.
I'm glad to hear that. A good meal is always appreciated, isn't it?
It is, but we do not survive on gems alone. What are you offering? The chieftain here must have a whole village of people.
You are not eating my people.
I see.
They are not being used as leverage here. You should know that.
Then what else do you have? Your tribute gains you entry. You wish to negotiate.
Well, surely there's something you need. You cannot possess everything in the world yet. I am very good at finding things.
Holler makes like a side comment.
You could get me approval from my mother.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. Parents can be hard.
Yes, almighty Shelob.
Radagast, any other ideas?
Can't speak. Concentrating.
Because the
As he
gym...
continues to mutter under his breath.
Yeah, maybe there's a big fancy crystal you know about. Or maybe there's like a giant like wolf in the woods you've always wanted to try to eat. I don't know. What strikes your fancy? Maybe there's a nice tower you'd like to live in.
What do you think, Tala? All of Mirkwood is my hunting grounds. There isn't anything in it that I cannot hunt that I do not want.
Well, maybe what about something from like the Misty Mountains?
Like what?
I don't know. What lives in the Misty Mountains, everybody?
Arthas, I don't think this is working.
Let him speak. If he is willing to offer something in negotiation or trade for information. You said you wish to speak, or at least to find Tarkin. She's
Yeah.
not here.
If you could point us in the direction, that would be appreciated.
That is not really information we're willing to part with.
That's unfortunate.
Is there information you might want? Information for information seems like a more fair trade than chores.
We are not information brokers. We have children to feed.
Then how about the hunt for food I can give?
A hunt. My brother Taller just said this is his entire hunting grounds. We've fed on deer. We've fed on birds. We require something with a bit more juice to them.
Well,
Orcs?
Have you tasted orc?
Not personally.
Do we know or potentially know or can determine how much the spiders may care about like the rise of orc and shadow or whatever and potentially overrunning the whole area, or does that maybe seem like not a huge concern in the long run for creatures like these?
You could ask. I'm trying to figure out what sort of check would be just to know. Give me a shadow lore check.
Okay. I was thinking of, yeah. 7.
These are intelligent creatures that you've not dealt with or had time to study. They have different priorities than the ones that you've fought in the past. So any sort of thought behind that escapes you.
Well, I mean,
Would you bring us more gems?
yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
How would you find them?
Oh, I mean, Dayla might have some more in her mind. You mentioned the elves and the dwarves. We could probably get some from there. Or maybe if there's some ruins that could be plundered, we might be able to find some there.
What of food my children need to eat?
Well, and I'm just gonna like quietly whisper to the others, and I'm just gonna be like, Biglanites?
No.
Okay.
Look, I mean, you can. Food would be a bigger worry if you just sit here and not help us and let Orc and Shadow rule over the whole domain. If you keep letting it go this way, they're threatening us, and we're trying to take care of it by trying to help one of the Rivermaidens who might have their armor with whatever silken thread that
Yeah.
might have a magical effect on
And
it.
if you help us, more woodmen can move back into the forest, and more woodmen will be in your forest for you to hunt.
I'm not.
But if you don't help us, woodmen are gonna die, dwarves are gonna stay under their mountains, and elves are gonna just do what elves do, and you're not gonna have nothing but nasty orcs to eat.
Interesting point of view. Is there anything beyond speaking with Tarlekin you desire of the Parliament?
No, just an audience with talking, I think, about covers it.
If any information Tarkin may be able to give help with insight on this mossy armor we're assuming a Rivermaiden may be wearing that may be corrupting her by the Nazgul. And then if Tarkin then potentially knows a way to remove the magical effect, that's it. That's all we're here to seek.
Well, if that is all, then I'm afraid we can't help you.
Oh, well, why not?
Because she's not here.
Because she's not here.
Oh, you don't know where she hangs out?
No, we do. This is not information we're willing to part with.
Oh, we've come back full circle.
This is becoming a waste of time.
Well, do you know how to undo Twakin's work?
We do not, because it is not ours.
Oh, I
It is
believe,
hers and hers
I
alone.
believe I've asked that before. Well, is there a way you can help us? I'm not very.
Start hearing like hissed whispers throughout the chamber.
Eat them, eat them, eat them. Hungry, hungry.
Well, I think it's time to go.
Is that all you have?
Yep.
There's nothing more the Parliament can do for you.
Am I missing anything?
Nope, their hospitality's good enough. Let's go.
This hasn't been very fruitful.
No.
That's fine. Let's go.
All right. As you guys feel the tension in the air, and you hear the clattering of the fangs, and almost like a salivated hiss of like drooling, almost the feeling of thousands of eyes digging burning holes into the back of your head. Office, I need one final audience check. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
I'm gonna burn a D4. If
Sure.
you're okay with that.
Yeah, 15
Yep.
and plus a D4.
Please do.
16!
I guess.
I mean, that's best.
better than nothing, yeah.
If
I mean, I guess
if I use my
that's better than
inspiration, it's
14.
gonna be lower.
No, don't bother.
I'll mark that we used one.
I'm keeping
Yeah.
track
Oh,
of
yeah.
them as well.
The fellowship dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll mark that as well.
So what's the total? 16?
16.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for someone who can't speak. Woods well.
I want to argue at advantage because he speaks to fucking animals, but okay.
Well, I would call this parliament to order. Githik.
Would you be a dear and escort them out?
Oh, well, thank you for the
Our
escort.
business included.
It has been a pleasure meeting you.
Do visit again.
I will, and I'll see if I can bring a better gem next time.
And Radagast sort of relaxes and ceases his muttering.
All right. Let us head out.
And Kithik escorts you as the chittering, and at this point you can no longer understand them as he's dropped the spell. It gets quieter and quieter, and you leave down out the main hall and down out the main gate of webbed stairs, leaving hundreds of spiders at your back, some maybe 200 feet away.
Oops. Hey, Mon. What's this about the Dark Lord they were talking about? We couldn't catch that.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Right before we started speaking with them and why they asked we were here.
I don't know.
You were It was right before what's-his-face with a broken fang came up.
Follow?
Oh, that's his name. Bastard. Cool.
I mean, the spiders were addressing each other back and forth. They said the
Well,
name.
I thought we didn't quite catch Taller because that's when he stopped translating.
No. Never mind.
Well, and then he wasn't speaking as Taller was speaking, but...
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, he resumed translating eventually, just that one sentence when he originally entered. I'm sorry.
What?
Never mind. Carry on.
So am I mistaken that he was translating when they were talking about the Dark Lord?
Yes, he stopped there.
Okay.
Yeah, he stopped translating there. I was clarifying that once that part was done, he resumed translating.
Well, if I tried to ask the spiders about it before leaving, we probably wouldn't have gotten anything anyway. All right.
No
Neil
one
will...
insight checked the big ones.
Huh?
I said no one insight checked the big spiders.
I was...
Oh.
No one cares what the spiders are doing.
I was more or less focused on trying to have them help.
Yeah, I was busy racking my brain to try and find them an offering so they'd give us the information we needed.
Thinking about how to word shit. All right, well...
Are you still questioning him?
Can I insight him with his I don't know what you're talking about thing? I like that.
Sure, yeah.
Where'd it go?
Oh crap, I forgot. I always have handouts up and I forget to use them. That's
Oh.
all.
14.
14? Yeah, he's lying through his webbed teeth.
Why are you hiding it?
It is not my place to say.
Well, it's our world. Being threatened by it.
Not mine.
Well, I mean, you could be threatened.
I am one of them.
We not do this.
I think we need to get far away from here.
Good call.
First time I agree with you.
Fine. You want to lead us out?
I
Man,
guess you
no.
gotta see. Oh,
Sorry, talking man.
Out to where?
Further out from whatever threshold we're in of these spiders. And your world, apparently.
I'm not permitted to. I escorted you out of the castle. You are on your own here.
I have a quick question. Have you ever had problems with fire in the castle? How flammable is spider web?
Good day.
Good day.
alright, let us hurry along before they change their mind. All in all, I think that went better than expected.
Nayla is just angrily pacing 20 paces ahead in a furious stride.
It was nice that we didn't get attacked,
Always a plus.
but we also kind of walked away with nothing, I feel like. How are we supposed to track down talking now?
We need to think of a solution.
They're not going to part with that information.
Based on what I could tell, they're either not talking out of fear, or they didn't like us. Both are applicable. But if it was out of fear, then they greatly fear this sister of theirs.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we could have offered to kill her for them, but I thought that would have been in poor taste.
Oh, it would have been. They would not have liked that.
Oh, good.
Come. Let's get somewhere where it's less webby. We can think clearer.
Give me wisdom saving throws.
Natural 20. 22. 22.
23.
Shadow point.
23, 23, 13.
How you doing, Nathan?
Fuck you.
Love you too, buddy.
You guys travel for a bit, 20, 30 minutes, leaving the webbed city of spiders far in the rearview mirror. Every now and again, you get this feeling that like something's crawling on you, and you just rub your hands through your hair, trying to get any semblance of spider off of you. And you just take a moment to try and collect your thoughts. Look out. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's me.
Nayla's gonna angrily start hacking at a tree with
16.
wolf spider.
16. It's an eerily still and quiet forest, very similar on how it was coming through here this entire time.
All right. So we need to find Tarokin, and of course she wasn't there. Which one of you is good at tracking?
I'm pretty decent at it.
The one who's hacking at a tree out of anger.
Oh, that doesn't bode well. We need-
Just hearing like off to the side, like
You're
when
like-
he asked that.
yeah.
you're-
Pretty much. Nayla hasn't spoken, and she's just now like just angrily silent.
Motherfucker!
Well, perhaps.
And he rubs his temples with his staff resting in between his elbow, or his arm.
Perhaps we can search the surrounding area and find some semblance, some trail that might lead us to her lair, because that is clearly where she is, and that is what the information that they would not part with.
Paul, this place is crawling with fucking spiders and spider webs. How do you expect me to track one big ass spider?
Because it's
I'm
one.
sorry, I thought you were good at this.
Ooh.
I am good at this. But you're asking me to find a fucking hay in a haystack.
I mean, it's a big piece of hay. Let's be honest. It's
Shut up, Hathis.
saying it's a giant spider amongst the regular spiders.
Takes a deep breath. Recomposes himself.
Any other suggestions?
I'm gonna look around. Anyone?
We can try to. Maybe not the mother of all, because that's a scary sounding name, but the other one, Tala. Maybe we can try to ambush Tala. And
Where?
make them tell us where Twarkin is.
You obviously don't remember. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. You're not Vidar.
Remember
Sorry.
what? Remember what,
No.
Nathan?
You don't remember how he dealt with us in the den. He obviously doesn't have fond memories of us. At least me and Nayla.
Oh, no, that's what I'm banking on.
You feel
So you want to ambush the big spider that is
Gentle.
pissed at us.
you feel a gentle brush across your cheek and then rest onto your shoulder, Hathis. There's just an object resting here on your shoulder now.
I just look.
Looks like a twig. Really thick branch,
I grab it. And I give it.
which is
I pull it.
it resists.
Oh. Oh. You know, I have a bad feeling about this.
Is that twig connected?
And I'm going to turn around and look behind me.
8 eyes looking back at you of glassy orbs. And a clattering, what would be clacking of fangs doesn't come, as one fang is missing.
Oh, we were
Well,
just
I'm-
talking about you.
I'm gonna yell, it's like, speak of the spider.
I will.
In a forced, crude hush of common speech, you hear him utter,
What was that? I missed that.
What?
I heard
Peace.
pins.
Peace?
Peace, you dipshits.
I'm sorry. You
It
kind
sounded
of
really weird when you-
You kind of outstretched and said the vowels really low, and I don't think your spider voice box picked it up as well as it could have.
I stop hacking at the tree and hold Wolfbiter
Yeah,
up, and
peace.
I immediately get in front of Radagast as defense.
There's no need for that. Tala said peace, so it'll be peaceful.
This is also the guy that nearly killed both of us.
Obviously, he didn't, so he didn't.
It was damn close.
Well, pleasure to meet you on a bit more of a personal scale, Tala.
Did not come here to exchange pleasantries.
You want us to, take care of some business for you?
Come with an offer.
Offers are good. What's the offer?
I heard what you had to say at the Parliament.
As he gingerly like steps around in sort of like circles all of you slowly.
I circle with him around Radagast.
Please. He's the most dangerous one here. Who do you think you're defending?
A wizard with an attitude?
You all have an attitude.
You got me there.
Do I have an attitude?
What do you want?
So it comes to my attention that you have dealings with my sister, Tarkin. I know not what she has done. Frankly, I don't care. I can't stand my sister. I hate her. I want her dead.
Oh,
I like where this offer's going.
yeah, that works for me too.
All right, where's the double cross after that?
Nay,
How do the rest of you not come after us before killing one of your own? Web of lies to tell.
Can I put my
The
hand
rest of
over her
them.
mouth?
No, I'm being serious here.
You wound me. I am an honorable hunter.
She said it, not us.
I remember you. Cowering in fear. Waiting for death to come.
To be fair, mate, have you seen you?
You are quite fearsome. I mean that as a compliment.
No, I will not have you do the killing. You'll be no match for her.
Oh.
I know where her lair is.
Oh?
The warding spells around it bar my entry.
Oh, that's rude of her.
All you have to do is go inside and sever the wards, allowing me entry.
Ooh, Spider Battle Royale.
I think I can do that. How hard can it be to sever a ward? What is that
How
like?
and
Cutting some web?
how and where?
Do we have a deal?
Yeah. That's just immediately.
Hold on, we have to first make sure we can actually do this.
Athos already has extended his hand. Okay. I mean,
Nayla, to be fair, if you wanted us dead, we'd be dead already.
what's your concern, Nayla?
Right now I'm trying to make sure we can actually do this task he wants us to do.
Radagast, what do you think?
Spells are spells, and in theory, any protective barrier can be broken, and it's just finding their source. It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I mean, sounds like a deal to me. We don't even have to fight while talking. So
I don't see any other better offer coming through.
You don't have to fight her unless she is aware of your presence.
So we do the ward break-in, you do the spider ass kicking, and everyone goes home happy.
In an ideal world.
Okay, the one time I'm actually dressing a spider. I'm down for this.
Do we have a deal?
I think we do. Nayla, are you convinced?
I have a vote.
No other choice. Fine. I'm not going back home empty-handed.
Hathis will once again extend his hand to shake this spider's leg, animal, whatever. Wherever Talo wants to shake.
He lifts like the front left leg, and it rises up, and he puts it like on your forearm and just gently pushes it down.
Excellent. Sneak inside her lair. Get whatever you need out of all of this. Destroy the wards and I'll do the rest.
Never answered where.
I'm getting to that. I needed to know we had a deal. Her lair is under a barren hill. 30... For your legs, maybe a little over a day southwest of the Parliament. Follow the fine black webs.
Black webs?
Yes. I'm sure you've probably seen a bit of it trekking through these woods.
I was asking is Lindsay.
Oh, well.
I know. There's no voice differentiation with other than moody with Nayla.
Still getting hard to tell.
I know, sorry.
Well, pleasure. Doing business with you, Taller. We'll make our way over there right now.
Don't worry. I'll lead you there.
Oh, we get an escort. Isn't Taller so nice, everybody?
I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna follow the big ass spider.
Taller, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your one fang?
I just look at Radagast to see what he's thinking, or if there's any sort of like sign or emotion on his face in regards to this.
Give me an insight check.
Jeez.
I have not been good
6. No.
tonight. Can't read the wizard.
Never can. Never will.
Not this one. The only one that's probably harder to read, hard if not as hard, would be Saruman. Gandalf, you can probably get some stuff out of him.
Anyway.
That brings me to another question I felt like asking the two of you. The stout one that traveled with you that day. Where is he now?
Presumed dead. The men and orc at Tyrant's Hill and Dol Guldur. They attacked the Black Tarn, or the Woodman, and he was there fighting.
I don't know why that was Radagast, but
I've heard. Pity.
Presumed to have fallen in battle, or running.
Pity. Would have liked to have killed him myself. Very well. Come. Do try to keep up.
and he sort of shuffles off out ahead of you, for a creature of his size, the two of you who've fought him before, it still strikes you to this day, for something that size to be so nimble and to move with such speed is alarming and quiet. But he does his best to make sure you can keep eyes on him. There's a couple of times where you lose sight of him and you sort of like hush out, whisper, "Taller, are you there?" And then like from a web, "I'm here." Sort of like the cat from Alice in Wonderland. "We're all mad down here." And he continues to lead you on. After a while, the webbed woods starts showing glints of shiny black web, very fine make.
Hey, careful now. We're entering her domain. I do suggest not alerting her. If you alert her before the wards are down, I will not be able to help.
So you continue to approach. What? Go ahead.
I was gonna just ask Tala. Well, does she make as good conversation as you?
I don't know, I dread talking to her.
Nah, don't we all dread talking to our siblings?
If we want to play it safe with keeping quiet, should only a few of us move forward? I assume it's only Radagast needed at the very least to ward off to remove the wards. Another one of us or two can follow suit for, I don't know, added protection, another company. Just in case. What do you think?
I think if push comes to shove and we get caught, you know, I think I could draw Dawkins' ire away from you all. Keep her busy long enough for you to get to the wards. Maybe Nathan could help me too.
I got you.
As they're talking and walking, you get to a point where you continue to walk and Taller stops.
Her wards prevent me from going any further.
Oh, that's annoying.
If I cross here, she will be alerted of my presence.
Do we know what these are supposedly going to look like to find them? These wards?
Yeah, I don't know if Tala would have any idea if Tala's never been able to get in there to see them.
Radagast, do you have any idea what these might look like?
No. I can't even venture a guess, but I'm pretty sure I'll know them when I see them.
Can you detect the presence of magic in a specific location or something along those lines? Is that a wizard thing?
Within reason, yes. Magic is not quite common. Far be it from the elves, the rest of my order, and a handful of other things. Spider magic is very unique. So I'm not concerned that I won't be able to find it. I do sense a dark, sickly presence here.
Spider, dark, sickly presence, or something else?
Spider? Perhaps a magic? Very ancient feeling.
All right, let's just go do this. We'll be quiet as best as possible.
As you continue to approach, all of you, you see that the trees in the area are covered in the most delicate, intricate webs spun with that fine black spider thread. Holler slowly backs up and withdraws into the woods to just keep an eye, but eventually he disappears from sight. And there is that thought that you can't help but go off as you lose sight of him. Did he fuck us?
Mm-hmm.
But short of acting on that impulse, continuing is your only option. But you stand in front of what you believe to be Tauken's lair. And upon a barren hill, you see a burrowed out large hole into the ground. As you peer in, it is just pitch black that you see maybe about 2 feet in, and then nothing. That's where we're going to end tonight.
I hope
No!
somebody has a torch.
No!
Thank you all for joining us. We got through the Parliament of Spiders.
Yeah.
Yay.
Fun. Wasn't that fun?
I hate spiders so much.
It wasn't British Parliament, but it was a Parliament nonetheless. It was fun. So we'll pick up again next week, continuing to see what happens once you enter Tauken's lair. And see if you are able to, 1, find out what's going on with Duskwater, and 2, maybe, sever the wards and let spiders fight.
Let them fight.
I'm not gonna be anywhere near that.
But that is all for us tonight. The rest of our schedule is as it normally is. We should be good this week. Keep an eye out in Discord or Twitter. We might make updates. Hopefully we don't, but we should be good with everything. Holidays are over for now. December is going to be tricky. Bear with us, and we'll get through this, maybe. But thank you all. We'll see you next week. Stay proficient.